Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. I had to do a take two on this because this bag kind of confused me at first. So this is a brand that reached out called Tolaccea. It's Tolaccea, and they sent me one of their travel bags, right? Which is pretty cool. I usually will collaborate on companies that are willing to send me a backpack. Overall, really nice construction off the bat. Nice, heavy kind of corduroy type material, I think. And I'm going to read you what they say in the description as well. It's to be noted, when I first got this, I was kind of annoyed, and you should know this too. Just let me first start off with the negative. When you first get this, the shoulder straps, because it is a backpack, the shoulder straps are actually flipped forward and it's folded up in its packaging, right? So you will have to disconnect the back, and this isn't a big deal, but I was kind of stumped, to be honest with you, in the beginning. These shoulder straps connect to the sides. There's two loops on each side of your waist, but they're connected to the front of the bag. So when you get this, these straps are going to be backwards. So you want to disconnect them, and they have this little sort of metal retention clip. You just basically squeeze this portion and pop that little metal piece over, and then remove it from the front of the bag, flip them around, and then connect it to the side. One thing I really like about this, I want to hit you guys with right off the bat, is this backpack, typical backpack, they have, I don't know what you'd call this, but this is like your chest retention strap, which keeps the shoulder straps, I think, kind of in on your chest. It does have an elastic extension, so this is pretty nice. You can keep this nice and tight. It'll still move around on your body as you're moving, right? But this also is removable. And so I really like that because the chest straps on backpacks I generally don't use. I'm not much of a hiker. I generally use a backpack to, you know, if you're going to travel or go somewhere, you don't really need all that, in my opinion. So the fact that you can remove this is really nice. It removes one more strap kind of hanging and flopping around. Negative point on this, I don't like when backpacks do this. They have the waist strap, which, yes, very usable if you are going to be doing any kind of hiking, but I would like to see them do what they did here, put a couple extra buckles on it and remove this, because ultimately what you have is, if you're going to do what I did and not use it, now you have all this extra material hanging and flapping around. So I think sometimes these retention straps, I'm sure people use them, or like some of these are compression straps. Most people, like, I don't know, I'd say probably, I don't have a number for you folks, but I never use them. So I like the ability to remove this. Sure, you can cut it off, but I don't want to do that and just, you know, ruin a new backpack. The same thing with the lower compression straps. Yeah, this is nice if you overload your bag. You can use these to really cinch it, tighten it down, but this isn't really a big bag. And they consider this a TSA-friendly, flight-approved duffel bag, right? But I don't consider this a duffel bag. I consider this a standard backpack, like a travel bag. The fact that it says TSA friendly is irrelevant. And let me just read you what it says here. It says it meets the carry-on standards of airlines like Delta, Spirit, Frontier, JetBlue. 180-degree opening design, simplifies packing, unpacking, making airport security checks fast and easy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't think, you know, if you're going to, that verbiage would indicate that you're using this as a travel-on bag, because if you're going to use, like, if you're going to bring a suitcase and check the bag, like, that's going through a different type of screening technology, and so you're not really, they're not necessarily going to go into your bag. So it just depends. If you're using this as a carry-on bag, generally TSA-friendly bags basically have locks that are built in, and they are TSA locks. So if you have like a hard shell suitcase, for instance, that has a TSA lock on it, if it's TSA approved, it means TSA has the keys to open that should they have to go into your bag. If you're in the checkpoint bringing a bag carry-on, it doesn't really matter because you're right there with the key, hopefully. So this is not really a TSA-friendly bag because there are no locks on this. They do include this tag, which has a braided metal loop, which is stupid in my opinion because you're going to rip this off, and I can't get this thing off here, so I'm probably going to have to cut it. Why you'd put the tag this securely on here is beyond me. It would have been cool if this was actually a TSA lock, where you had the TSA padlock, and some of the TSA locks actually have this braided cable, but they're also TSA approved, so TSA has the keys. They have the TSA branding on it, a TSA approved lock branding. So this is just kind of dumb. I don't know why they did that. But overall, the quality of construction looks pretty nice. I chose the khaki color because I already have black bags. And it is a laptop bag too. So now that we kind of gotten some of the pros and cons out of it, how does it work, right? So let me just kind of picture myself traveling. So again, not really a big fan of the compression straps. I don't think they're needed. Plus you only have, I guess you have two here. You can cinch this down if you really had to, but let's face it, this bag is not like really over the size for a carry-on. and every airline is a little bit different. So I don't think you really need compression straps on here because just, again, more material kind of hanging. Waist strap, big pet peeve of mine. I can't stand the waist strap. You do have some extra kind of loops on the bottom and around the sides. You can hang stuff on here if you wanted to. Put a couple carabiner on here. This appears to be like a water pocket. On the opposite side, you have a pull handle, or not a pull handle, but a a nice, solid, secure carry handle. And you have one on top. That's pretty cool. On the front, you have a zipper pocket for kind of like maybe you throw your cell phone in there or wallet. The front panel, when you open this up, this is kind of cool. This is your laptop pocket. And what's cool about this too is you have sort of like this another additional pocket on the front, which I'm going to call like a wet pocket. It's almost like a cooler pocket. It has like a metal, kind of like, I don't know if it's like a rubberized kind of vinyl mesh on the inside. So you can put something that's kind of wet in here. Kind of weird they put that right next to your laptop, but it's there. I guess they just kind of do things. You do get a nice soft laptop case to go with this. And this material also, it's kind of nice that I get why they might have put this on here. Maybe if the bag gets super wet, this is going to help to keep the laptop dry. So that's kind of cool. You got an exterior laptop bag on there. I also like that when you open this up, it opens up like your standard suitcase, which is easy to get things in and out of. You have a kind of a breathable mesh pocket on the top. You have another one of those pockets that are, I guess if you have something wet, damn socks, you can put in here. It's almost like I'm not going to call it a leak-proof pocket, but I don't know what you call this, like maybe a toiletry bag maybe. You might put some toiletries in there. It's probably what it's for. You can see I haven't traveled in a while. You do have an inner pocket here with your typical kind of compression straps you'd find in most like hard shell suitcases, which is cool. And then you have, this looks like it's a soiled clothing bag or worn clothing bag on the inside, which is accessible through the bottom. So that's nice. You have some stinky, funky ass underwear or something, you can put it in there and it won't stank up the rest of your shit. What else? You do have another quick access pocket on top that accesses the same main panel, which is kind of nice. You can do that. So if you have to kind of, grab something out of there, like a passport or something really quick, you don't have to open up the whole clamshell bag. And then you have, what's kind of cool, is a USB cord on the inside. And on the side, you have a USB charging port. So pretty handy. It's a standard USB and a USB-C cable or port. But I wish they would have put a micro USB as well, because a lot of things that you are traveling with, like headphones, not a lot of modern cell phones, but I don't know. I just think if you're going to put something like this on here, I think you should have the most modern iPhone port, a USB-C, a micro USB, and a standard USB port. I go as far as saying they're better off putting iPad or iPod charging port. I think it's, I don't know what it's called, the Fire cable. I'm not too familiar with Apple products, but I would have got rid of the full-size USB port. Put the iPad or Apple product charging style cable, USB-C, and then micro USB. I think that would have been better. But hey, still very cool if they have that. You have another external pocket on your back here. Put whatever you want in there, magazine or whatever. A retention button on top. And then sort of like another handle on the back. So lots of handles on this. But I can tell you that generally, if referring to this as a TSA-approved bag isn't really correct. Again, mainly for the reason is the locks, right? TSA-approved bags generally are TSA-approved because of one feature, the lock. Plus, if you are going to check this bag, having all these extra straps hanging, could potentially get caught into some of their machines. So I don't know. I would not call this a TSA-approved bag. So let me just put it down for a second here. Again, my favorite feature, believe it or not, is that the chest strap is removable. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to read you what it says here. It says TSA-friendly and hassle-free airport travel. Their backpack meets current standings of airlines like Delta, Spirit, Frontier, and JetBlue. So combining TSA-friendly and airport travel, every airline has different policies, but most of them are pretty similar when it comes to like oversized bags. They go under the plane, right? A lot of the stipulations of what you can bring is determined by TSA. TSA and airport friendly are two separate things. Really, the only thing that needs to be TSA friendly is what you're allowed to bring, right? Certain size toiletries and that kind of stuff. No weapons, no tools. But TSA friendly bags generally refers to the locks. So it's not really, I don't see anything that really makes this friendly to JetBlue. It's a standard backpack to me, right? So that's a little misleading. Smart expandable design and easy access. It says the personal items backpack is perfect for up to 5 days. That's subjective. It depends. If you would travel with one of my ex-girlfriends, forget it. This wouldn't even last them half a day. It says with dual compartment main storage, keeping your gear organized, expand the 40-liter travel backpack to 50 for extra souvenirs. I'm not sure how you expand it. Maybe I missed something there. I'm not seeing how this is expanded. Am I missing something? Oh, I am missing. So it does have an expandable zipper here to make it larger. So that's pretty cool. I kind of like some of the features of your typical suitcase, but integrated into a laptop backpack. So I like that. It says stay organized with a dedicated laptop compartment. It'll fit up to 17.3-inch laptop. That's pretty big. I think that will fit my laptop, which is pretty cool. And then it says it has a smaller sleeve with the one I showed you on the back for up to 15.6. So some folks do travel with dual laptops, maybe an iPad. I like that a lot. The separate shoe compartment fits up to size 14. I don't have to worry about that. I got size 7.5. The two aluminum side, so it has aluminum sided dry wet pockets of the travel backpack prevent odors and moisture, which we showed you. The built-in USB charging port lets you charge devices. So yeah, that shoe panel, yeah, that area you can use for shoes, or you can use for like soiled clothing as well. It says all-day comfort. Again, that is subjective. Adjustable padded shoulder, adjustable shoulder straps, and breathable mesh backpack of the tactical backpack. Now we're going tactical here. Ensure comfort even on long days. The added side handle transforms the backpack into a briefcase, really a suitcase for versatile carrying. I do like all the different handles. They mentioned city hopping, outdoor. That's irrelevant here. And it says here it's durable, reliable, and travel ready. Crafted from tear-resistant polyester with reinforced stitching. The travel laptop backpack will last for years, etc., etc. It says etc. It says SBS anti-scratch zippers, providing smooth, reliable performance. Tactile straps, enhanced durability. Luggage strap for easy attachment to your suitcase. I didn't see that. Where did I miss? Did I miss that? Okay, so that's what this is for. Obviously, it's been a while since I traveled. So this strap on the back, this is if you have your standard roller bag, when the handle kind of extends out of the back, you basically slide this over the handle, and this secures it to the handle while you're traveling. So that's good. That definitely thought of a lot of different features of this bag. And is that it? Yeah, that's really about it. They have some pictures on here. I'm going to put the link to this, like I do with every other product, in the description where you can pick this up. Price on this is $89. Now that's, again, depending on where you buy it. This is directly from Tolaccea. I hope I'm saying that right. It's weird, their logo, like at the top of the page, says Tola and then like the logo CA, but then the actual name is Tolaccea, Tolaccea. So based off the logo, like it's kind of confusing, but at least it's kind of creative, right? I mean, every company's going to come up with their own name. So, but overall, that's really about it. So, what do I think of this? So I like it. It's if you're not traveling somewhere for me, this would be perfect. I generally, when I go on vacation, even for like a week, which is pretty rare, but even if I do, I'm pretty much traveling with, maybe a couple pairs of jeans, socks, underwear. Laptop, I probably wouldn't even bring. But yeah, there's a lot of room in this, and it's basically, it's pretty cool. It's like a backpack it's a suitcase backpack. So are there other companies making stuff like this? I'm sure there are, but I think it's a very nice quality bag. It's definitely something I'm going to be able to use, and I really appreciate them for their generosity in sending this to me. I mean, it definitely, a lot of backpacks that you get are tactical. They kind of are tactical, right? Or if you get a suitcase, it's specific to being a suitcase. Laptop bag, same thing. This kind of like really is a hybrid bag. It blends a lot of really cool features that allows you to really use it for a lot of different purposes. Again, you can use this as an overnight bag, a day bag, just a hiking bag. So I like it. I do like it. It's got a lot of, like I said, it's a very nice hybrid bag that really lets you, as long as you're not going somewhere for like weeks on end, this will be more than enough. And again, that is subjective, but I totally dig it. I like the orange accents on here. I love the charging port. I like that you can hang a few things on it. I love all the different handles. I like that you got the strap on the back that allows you to put it onto a suitcase. I like it, you throw it on your back. I like that it expands. It's a great bag. definitely not just a backpack, you know. So it does have kind of a tactical look, of course. Generally, when you have anything that's khaki or black, it's going to look that way. But it looks like they have a blue version as well. Let me just double check that. Light khaki. No, they don't in this one. They have black, light khaki, and then dark khaki. I'd say the light khaki is the most, I'd say, subdued. It's the one that I'd say isn't really so tactical. But they're all pretty nice. I also want to point out, too, I didn't realize this, it has dual handles on the side. So that's pretty cool. If you weigh this down, you have the ability to kind of balance that load, I guess. Yeah, and they feel like pretty solid handles. So I dig it. I can't really say anything negative about it. Let me throw it on the back so I can show you what it looks like. And again, the only real gripe I have is just that waist strap. I can't stand having all these straps hanging, but this is a very small gripe. I don't want to make a mountain out of a molehill here, but yeah, it's nice. I dig it. And definitely the quality's there. And I think that if you shop around and you look at what bags like this cost, I don't know if it's overly competitive, but I feel like a bag like this, compared to other bags that I've gotten like on Amazon and even like Temu and DHgate, it definitely feels like it's of nice quality. I feel like this is going to last you a lifetime. So whether it does or not, you'll just have to find out. Now, as far as this bag, if you are going to put this in the plane and you want to lock your bag, do use TSA approved locks because it doesn't come with one, but it does have this main pocket on the top here. Let me see if this is the... Not sure what. This is another back pocket. Did I miss this one? Yeah, this is almost like another laptop pocket here. It looks like a key. I didn't even see this one here. You have a couple inner pockets here, so you can probably put another laptop or a tablet. So it does have this particular, let me see here, zipper. Let me see if the other ones have this. What I'm looking for is these zippers are designed for you to put a lock. So there's a little eyelet in here. You bring the zippers together and put a TSA approved lock. That'd be if you're putting this under a plane, right? It looks like it has that on the shoe section here, the shoe pocket, and your laptop pocket. Yeah, so the only thing it doesn't have it on is the outer. Oh, that's weird. That's strange. So that's kind of dumb. So on the main pocket here, they did not put that zipper that has kind of the little eyelet for you to lock it, but you can still put a lock through the zipper pulls, so it's just not as secure. But it's kind of odd they would not put that on the laptop pocket. That would be the one I think you'd want to put it on the most, but not a big deal. But overall, nice bag. I want to thank this company again for collaborating with Fat Cat Collections. If you guys have any kind of questions, let me know. Their website does take PayPal as well, so it's always a nice... I think it's peace of mind to be able to pay with PayPal because PayPal is totally for the buyer. Some folks, when you review a product like this, they might say, oh, I'm not familiar with this website, I don't know this website, and I've never shopped from this website, right? But you are protected through PayPal, so it's always nice when companies do that. But yeah, if I can help in any way, let me know. If you have any questions, drop them. If there's something I didn't cover on this that you need information from me to check out before you make a purchase, by all means, let me know. I'm here to help you. And as always, you folks have a fantastic day, and take care.